So last night it got too dark to work, and then I was gonna make a lot of noise, so I stopped working in here. I did go and cut some rafters. This portion right here is gonna get like that, and then this notch out right here sits on top. I am gonna weld that piece of 1 inch on top here. I'm just gonna go up there and grind that, get that clean, get it ready to get welded on. I think to make good YouTube videos, you need to be in a good mood. And you know, with yesterday's drama and then today's bad weather, it's just, you know, sucks the life out of you, and it just doesn't make you really excited to do stuff. But that hole that I had in there was bothering me. And this hole isn't? Yeah, just a little. Ready, set, weld. Much better. Wow. I'm going to tarp this and come back when it's not raining. Finally got a nice day. I'm a little excited. Maybe the last clips you saw, I welded this thing on. I gotta touch it up, fix it, because I was in a bad mood, so I did a bad job. So I'm gonna fix that. But I'm gonna prep these areas for the rafters that are gonna sit on there, maybe. I don't know. The place, so that's center. So since this sheet of metal that I'm putting on here doesn't have those ribs in it or corrugation in it, it's got no strength in it. So I'm just installing these pieces of 1/4 inch, 1 inch bar in here. I'm gonna do 3, 1 there, 1 here, 1 there. I've already probably said that in this video, so. But these are basically just gonna act as like rafters. I mean, I would trust that with my life. Don't touch anything that's hot. Now, since I want this to be like pitched down, I did the full 1 inch sat on top of this beam. But on these next ones, I notched out that big chunk right there. So on this outside edge, that piece of sheet metal that's gonna go on here is gonna sit right on top of that. So I don't wanna weld the paint. I've learned that you can't really weld through paint, especially this kind. So you might as well just grind it. Sensor. I don't need any more fat comments. We seem to be getting a lot of them lately. And anytime I look down, I always look up, Dan. Just look up. I don't get it. Like, I would only tell like my bestest friends that they were fat or they gained some weight. Who are you? And why do you think it's okay to say shit like that? Whatever. Now we gotta reroute everything and test this metal roofing panel. I'm gonna cap the end of this with some of this bar, but I wasn't sure how long these had to be, so I kept my welds back about 1/4 inch, so if I have to cut these, I'm not screwed. But hopefully this sheet that I've cut for here comes right to, oh, that was so hot. Oh my God. It was like a mile away. Holy shit! White skin though, that's good. Always a bright side to things. You know, watch out. Watch out. I've said this in previous videos, but when I do my ceiling rafter joists, whatever you want to call them, I'm gonna put blocks on top of them. It's gonna be 2x6. So I'm gonna put a block, like maybe 2 blocks on top of it, so it pushes up the center of this roof all the way down the whole length of it, so it gets a better crown in it. I'm just going to put a piece of 1/8 inch, 1 inch bar in there to kind of give this a little strength in the center. I don't think it's going to do much, but peace of mind. I've got a slight gap in between these two, so I can weld to that bar that's in there. Herein lies the problem. I have to bring the welder up here. It's a lot of expensive things that I have now. I don't like expensive things. So after a quick little rain shower, I'm back at it again. Why does it sound like I'm popping popcorn? I want that one. I want that one. I want that one. Let's turn this bitch up. Wrong way. Nice. Good. Looked like I knew what I was doing at the end there. I think I'm getting a lesson in what metal does when you heat it up. Maybe it expands? Huh, who would have thought? Fix it. So while welding that thing, obviously I kind of knew this, but didn't think about it. Metal's not like wood. When you start putting it together, it expands. Wood doesn't do that, metal does that. So as I'm welding, this piece has gotten maybe a 1/16 inch longer. So I'm just gonna cut it. I don't have safety equipment though. This will do. Fixed it. So typically right now I would readjust the camera and give you a different, like, fresh perspective, but everything I have up here is expensive. The welder, expensive. The camera, expensive. Me, I'm cheap. One drink and I'll sleep with you. So I'm gonna leave the camera there. Sorry for the lack of exciting camera angles. Don't lean up against your weld, it's hot! So if I'm welding and I'm seeing Swiss cheese, what does that mean? Not enough gas? Too much gas? I'm telling you, I'll be good at welding by the end of this project. You guys can't hang out here today because I'm welding. It can blind you. He's like, what? I don't get it. That doesn't, like, you're gonna tell me no? What? You can't do that? No, I've been waiting to do this for like 2 weeks. When you see that bright light, the sparks, you can't look at it. It's like looking at the sun. That's bad to do. I've got a couple spots where it's dipping down. Obviously, because the metal's expanding, it's pushing in and bowing down right here. I'm just gonna take a shim, just a piece like 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch, and stick it underneath there to bring this back up. So it ends up keeping that nice pitch. I warned you. For what? How much? No, because if I sell it to you, then I'm gonna feel stupid later when I need it. Let's go buy an old camper. I bought the camper for 300 bucks. You throw a number down and I'll laugh at you. That's halfway, baby. So I've had this welder for a few weeks, and you've seen me use it basically in this video, but this video is literally taking 2 weeks to film. This is filmed in like May, the end of May, and if you remember, this won't be posted for about 4 weeks. So if you remember about 4 weeks ago, if you live on the East Coast, it rained every day. It's gonna rain in a little bit again, and it's gonna rain for another like 8 days. So this project has taken forever. I know you're watching it in 2 videos, but in the last few weeks, I've done a lot of research on this unit. I'm not an impulsive buyer. I like to research stuff before I buy it, and I didn't really do too much research on this. I figured when you're spending that kind of money, you're gonna get something that's pretty good. And to be completely honest with you, this machine is absolutely amazing. I know I did a little like Everlast versus Lincoln video, but that was like me not knowing jack shit about this thing. Now that I know stuff about it, it is amazing. If you're looking to get into welding and want to learn how to weld, this unit is by far the best thing you could possibly buy. Almost fell there. Luckily I'm drunk, so I didn't really care. Just the fact that it can do all 3 weldings, MIG, TIG, and stick, plus it can do aluminum, is amazing. So for somebody that's starting out with welding, It's a good unit to start with because you can grow with the unit, and it's simple enough for an amateur like me to use because it's just press some buttons and you can weld. There's other things you can do to it. You know, when you become more advanced and knowledgeable about welding, you can change settings in it and stuff like that and make the wire go faster, put a little more voltage on it. So you can adjust those factory settings. So if you are looking to buy a welder, I would highly recommend the Lincoln Electric 210 MP. Not paid to say that. I wish I was. God almighty, please pay me. Don't even pay me. You don't even have to pay me. Just send me a plasma cutter. Lincoln, please. So I welded that leading edge with that 1/4 inch meets that square box tubing. I had the settings up real high to weld basically 3/16 at a, I don't know, high voltage and quick wire speed. I know. But since I'm going to start welding this sheet metal, I really got to turn everything down, otherwise you'll burn right through it and you'll end up making like little pocket holes. Let's go with like 18 gauge. It's probably 20 gauge, but we'll go 18. Give it a little more, because I'm welding into thicker stuff. I'm going to end up feeding the wire into the thicker stuff a little bit more than onto the sheet metal. And hopefully it melts in, it burns in. I don't know. Terminology. The weather's not looking good. Please don't rain. Can we not rain? It's just continuous. I've taken the welder up there 3 times now. It'll be 4 in a second. I really want to finish this project. Just so you know, the rain has been an absolute nightmare on this project. I picked the wrong week. So the rain has passed. I'm completely soaked. I put hay out for the horses. Am I pointing in the right spot? I think I am. The horses, you see them eating the hay? Yeah, I did that. And then I did the other one too. Maybe up over here in the far distance you can see the horses eating. So yeah, I did that while it was pouring rain. While I was inside, once it stopped raining, I took my blowtorch and the big like flamethrower and I hit the underside of this to dry it all up. It looks good. It looks dry to me. So I'm going to listen to Casey and Candace's podcast. The Views is another podcast I listen to. I'm not a big podcaster, but
like, oh my God.
Today's the first good day that I've had all week. And obviously I was able to finish out welding this thing. I didn't film a lot of the welding just because it's just welding. I mean, there's welding channels. Chucky 2009, you can check him out. Some of these welds are pretty nasty looking, but a thick coat of paint on this, I think it'll be good. I do want to prime this as soon as possible. Just I'm going to hit it with a grinder, with a wire brush grinder, clean it up. I might grind some of the welds with a flap disc. Just make it look a little nicer, but I mean, it's watertight as far as I'm concerned. It's probably going to rain tonight, so I'll be able to see if it sheds water properly, but these are all nice and pitched away. Everything's pitched out towards the edge. This seam right here that I joined together was absolutely atrocious. I mean, I'm not really pleased with that. Things I would have done differently was when I did that 1-inch bar underneath it, I would have really clamped it in tight. I would have grinded the paint off the inside of this, the original, and really got that thing welded in there a lot better, because that was part of the reason that didn't come out as smooth. Plus I would have made it had maybe an 1/8 inch versus a 1/16 inch gap, so that way I could have went back and forth as well as incorporate that 1-inch piece in there to make that really strong. But overall, I weigh a lot. You guys, you know, you say it in my videos, you say it in the comment section, how I'm fat. Yeah. So it can support me, so it's strong. So this edge right here is where the water is going to come and shed off. So I made sure to grind this really good all the way across so that water won't pool up back here. And I put a real fat weld on that, so it should be good here. And then as well as this joint right here, this whole thing from the 1-inch to the sheet metal, I welded that real good. But everything, the perimeter is welded completely. And then I also put some welds in the inside from those ribs that I put in. I welded up into it so that it doesn't have this like bang bang weird noise when you step on it. It still does a little bit, but I'm all right with it. I also picked up this welding cart on Amazon. It was probably one of the cheapest ones I could find. As far as these welding racks go, they go way up in price, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. This was 89 bucks. It comes with 4 little tiny drawers. The thing is way smaller than I thought it was going to be, but Holds the tank. It's got chains to hold the tank in. It holds the unit just fine. No complaints so far. I mean, I just put it together and just put it on here. It's the first time it's been on there. And pretty much the rest of this welding on this shipping container is going to be done inside. I'm going to weld everything from the inside and then silicone the outside. So this is going to work perfectly for me. I might put on a hook to hold the extension cord and then some other hooks just to hold some stuff. And as far as this Lincoln Electric goes, I know I said that it was great and wonderful. I said all these things, but it honestly is awesome. If you are looking to buy a welding thing, something to start out with, buy this unit. I can't stress it enough. If you're anything like me, then you would love this. It's absolutely perfect. And then one day I'll have a plasma cutter as soon as Lincoln Electric sends me one. Lincoln, if you want to send me one, a plasma cutter, P.O. box is linked in the description, you know? All right, guys, well, I think that's where we're going to end this video. That was a project from hell. The weather just did not cooperate at all. If I had, 3 or 4 good days, I could have knocked it out and filmed it a lot better, done a lot of things a lot better. But if you are new to my channel and you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I put out videos every week, pretty much every Saturday, sometimes Sunday. Today might be Sunday when you got this video. Who knows? I never know. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. As always, I love to see your nonsense. You guys really are amazing. The things you say down there, it couldn't be any more useless. But make sure you leave your useless nonsense down in that comment section. I always love reading and laughing at them, especially when I can't even understand what you said because you didn't reread it and proofread it. You just threw down diarrhea onto the keyboard and then hit enter and just let it go. Just like shat on the wall is what you did. Just, Don't forget, you can also check me out on Facebook, Instagram. I think I'm on Twitter. I don't really go on Twitter. I just share stuff to Twitter. I don't know what happens over there. I'm not a Twitter. You can check me out on Patreon. As of filming this video, I'm about 6 videos ahead. So you're not getting this for about 5 or 6 weeks from the time that I actually filmed it. But my Patreon supporters got it. Shit, what is it, May like 25th. My Patreon supporters are getting this video probably like May 25th. So it's probably the end of June by the time you're seeing this. So if you want to, jump ahead, I don't know where I'm going to be at in 4 weeks, 5 weeks when you finally see this. But if you want to jump ahead for just $1 a month, you can support me on Patreon and you'll get my content a few days earlier, or a few weeks, a month. You'll get my videos a month early. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.